the man you marry is a wrong person, because that man is your friend's friend that you use bacchanal to collect.
Wow.
She was looking at me, she started crying. I said, okay, when you finish crying, we can see. I'm having something to do in church. Why? Because you're already in the wrong foundation. How can it work? You use story to collect a man. Another person will use story to collect that man from you.
Exactly.
Whatsoever man sow.
Exactly.
Karma is really now.
It's real. Amen.
Repair the altar.
Amen.
Elijah repaired the altar of the Lord, which is in Israel. Do you know that there are many of us, we are repairing altar that is in another place?
Wow.
You are repairing altar that is not in Israel. Listen to that. There must be your Israel where you have to repair your altar. And the Bible says when you repair the altar, things happen. It's only when your altar is repaired that miracle can take place.
Amen.
I'm asking somebody here.
Amen.
And you ask yourself a question. In those days, as soon as you start going to, you have that zeal. When the anointing come on you, you were so powerful. But today, that glory gone. And you are asking yourself, am I the one? Have you ever asked yourself the question, the first time they call you to come and pray in the church, to stand in front of people to give testimony, you are shaking? Even when they give you mic, the mic is the mic is shaking. Because you are not coordinated. And you have to go on fasting and prayer. Oh God, give me the grace. Now God have given you grace, and now you are disgracing the grace. You are not too big that you cannot even pray before you come to church. As a matter of fact, you are too big that nobody can even preach anything that can enter you. And some of you say, well, I'm in the house, I'm listening to some preachers from America. Good for you. But those preachers in America, don't forget that their lifestyle is different from your lifestyle. Somebody called me on phone. I was talking with a Kia the other day. Somebody called me on phone and we were just discussing. And the person said to me, he wants to go to church, but he doesn't trust the church. Then why do you want to go to the church? You don't trust the church. And you want to go to the church for them to pray for you. Are you okay? You don't trust them. You don't trust anything they're doing. And you want to go. Can't you go where you trust? And moreover, prayer is not something you give somebody. It's something you do for yourself. Today we are going to do something. You are going to have a decision card, prophetic decision card, that you are going to have by yourself. Maybe they give you paper, you write what you want. Anytime you are praying, you hold it for these 3 days.
Amen.
The names of the people you want God to touch.
Amen.
Those your friends you want God to touch. You have it in your hand. And tell God to answer you. Prepare your altar. I want to let you know this. Because God is about to do something great.
Amen.
Don't behave like you are the one shaking the bush and you are the one asking, who is doing that thing in the bush? Meanwhile, you know you are the one shaking the bush. You shake the bush, shake it, you come out and say, who is doing that? You need to understand who you are.
Yes.
Look at what Elijah did. The Bible says, and Elijah took 12 stones. According to what?
The number
of the tribe
of the sons of Jacob.
Of the sons of Jacob. Go ahead.
Unto whom the word of the Lord came.
Unto whom the word of the Lord came, saying,
Israel shall be thy name.
Israel shall be thy name. Listen to this. He took those stones to build the altar.
Amen.
Question number 2. Which tribe do you belong? All of us are children of, we belong by covenant. We are covenanted to Abraham down to Jacob. And Jacob had 12 sons. Among the 12 sons, spiritually, which of the sons of Jacob do you represent? Until you answer that question, you may not go forward in life. Are you among the people that will betray your fellow brother with clear eye. You talk against them, you say, yeah, you did that. Which tribe do you belong? You know, there are sons of, or are you Reuben? Do you have the spirit of Reuben in you? That doesn't respect fathers. The Bible made us understand that Reuben slept with his father's concubine. You remember that?
Yeah.
He's dragging boyfriend and girlfriend with the father. Do you have that Reuben character that you don't respect anointing? In Africa, we are born with respect. The chair that our father sit there, nobody sit there. And when you enter the house, you just know that that is the chair for the father. But many of us, because we lack respect, you see, they say in the court of law, ignorance is not an excuse. Am I right? Yeah. Because you don't know doesn't mean that you are right. The plate they use in giving our fathers food, nobody eat with it. The cup he used in drinking water is different. Even if there is nothing, you must not touch that one. And you must not sit where he normally sit. I'm not doing somebody here.
Amen.
But there are some of us, we are not even ashamed to come and sit down on the altar. Altar is not meant for you to sit down. Altar is meant for you to kneel before the altar, not to sit down on the altar and be eating dog and roti.
Amen.
When you disrespect the altar, you face the consequence. In those days, people die immediately they disrespect the altar.
Come on.
But these days, it's better for you to even die physically for you to die spiritually. For the altar to jail you for 15 years. 15 years. Do you know when you know that you are under detention? You are jailed 15 years. Okay, let's come 7 years. You are jailed. And that 7 years you are jailed. Spiritually, you don't know you are inside prison. You can't even travel to America. You can't travel outside Trinidad and Tobago. But all your contact for business is abroad. But you can't go. You will not just know why the whole thing is cutting off. Because you are in prison. Am I with somebody here?
Yes.
Because you are in prison, there are some certain people that will not come to you. Physically, they associate themselves from you. You will only be eating just the way prisoners are eating. Morning, afternoon, night. You sleep. Morning. The difference between you and them is that you have a cell phone. But you are being put on. You must not leave Trinidad and Tobago. This is where you will be. And all your businesses crippled. And some of you, before you know it, you just come to church. Because you disrespect the altar. When you go back, all your contacts destroyed. Listen to me. Not everybody that is in the church that will talk to you, you listen. Some of them are demons. They just want to talk you out of the church. They are possessed to talk you out of the church, and they are still there. Have you ever read about Pharisees and Sadducees? They will remove you, but they will be there. It's not, because although it's not Africa, in Africa, where I come from, there is a way you talk to somebody, the person will say, God forbid, madam, you be demon. He will tell you direct. Like, let's say, for instance, you are in the church now, and I come to you, and we're just talking. You say, this church, I don't understand what they're doing. The woman will look at you like this. The next thing, she may ask you politely, how many days have you been here? Say, I've been here for like 2 years. Say, madam, 2 years, and you are still here, and you are talking like this. God forbid. And as soon as he did that, he had disassociated himself from you. Because he knows that you are a demon that comes to stop him or her from getting a miracle. Not everybody you listen to. If you must succeed in this kingdom, you must close your 2 ears and focus on God.
Amen.
Can I talk to somebody here? In this kingdom, for you to survive, you need to know you don't have spare tire.
Yeah.
Your life has no spare.
Yes.
When they mash it up, now they mash it up.
Yeah.
So you need to know. If you don't have a spare tire, there are places, somebody say, drop me Las Lomas. You say, I'm not going that way. Because if you take that person this night to Las Lomas, and the car spoil there, how are you going? So for that, you always like to drive where you can easily get help. Am I right?
Amen. Yes.
Many of us don't move on the road we can get help. We move on a road we cannot get help. The Bible says that this man repaired the altar. I want you to repair your altar.
Amen.
How will you repair your altar? Number one, not everybody you talk to.
Amen.
Elijah was not repairing the altar and talking to people. The Bible says he concentrated and picked 12 stones to build the altar representing things. Who are you representing in this kingdom? You see, I was telling somebody, we are all in the school of grace, but we have different courses we are studying. I may be studying prophetic, and you will be studying healing, and another person will be studying another thing, another person will be studying prosperity. Good for you, everybody, good for you. But because you study prosperity and I study prophetic, doesn't mean that I am not of God. And the person that studied prosperity, graduating prosperity, talking prosperity, is not of God. No. Everybody have what they are focusing on. I'm telling somebody here. So in the school of this ministry, it's just like the 12 tribes of Israel. There are some of them there that cannot forgive. Do you know that? There are ones that cannot forgive. Not everybody have the same spirit that another person have. There are things you will do to me, I will forgive. There are somebody you do it to, you will kill him. There are people that will never talk to you again. Joseph is a different person altogether. And I pray that some of you should belong to that tribe of Joseph today. Joseph is such a person. His brothers betrayed him. Even when he passed through betrayal, God was silent. But he never questioned, he never quarreled with God. There are many of us, as soon as your prophecy delay, your mouth will become motor mouth. That church back, don't go there. Because your prophecy delayed. Joseph had a dream, a clear dream, interpreted by his father. They know this dream is real. But the time his brothers conspired, throw him inside the well, God was there watching, right? But he wasn't complaining. Many of you will stand there. Is that how the dream will? No. They bring him out, sell him as a slave. And when he tried to catch up himself, Potiphar's wife shoot. And he entered the prison. Many of us will begin to doubt God. Just like Bishop John the Baptist.